Welcome to the break room, the break room. 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 Sit back, relax, as we chit-chat about this and that. Now stay tuned, stay tuned. We got an hour to empower, a lifetime to uplift your spirits, but inspire the talented and gifted. We here to motivate, let's get it. Come cop a squat, let's talk about your business, endeavors or whatever's on your mind. We got time today, pick any topic, cause it's going down on the break room, the break room. Welcome to 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 the break room, the break room. Break room, break room. Welcome to the break room, the break room. Welcome to the break room, the break room. Welcome to the break room, guys and gals. I'm your host, Mercury the Personality. And guess who I have for you guys tonight? Well, I'm super excited because I'm still being sponsored by Urban Music. Michael Wiles. Thank you, my guy. Yay. But listen, it's not too much of a surprise who I have for tonight because this is part two of Moses' interview. Okay, guys? So you remember him from Money and Violence. You also remember him for co-writing for Godfather of Harlem, guys. So he's back. Go get your drinks, get your snacks, and we'll be right back with the break room.
Brooklyn. To a lot of people out there, it's just a name or a label. But this place is as real as it gets. And the one thing every player knows, this ain't no game.
You got something to say? Sit the fuck down and chill out.
45 talking to me, asking me to squeeze like people always bleed when they're looking at one of these. I'm a disciple of the streets that made it. And even with the money gets clean, you can bet it's still green, going legit. But I'm still with them criminals. They say the Rico come from me and I'm gonna be spinning dough. My lawyers trying to get me off, the DA is in the scope.
The most dangerous thing in this fucking world is money. That shit can make you live, but it can also make you die.
See me in the streets, I ain't up to no good, up to no good, up to no good. You see me in the streets, I ain't up to no good, I'm up to no good.
You don't do what you want, you do what you have to.
Guys and gals, I'm your host, Mercury the Personality. And guess who I'm sitting with? I'm super excited. Moses!
How's it going?
It's going well. Thank you so much for sitting with me today.
Thank you for
I
having
already
me.
let them know that it took me 2 years to get you. That's why I'm super excited sitting here. Okay? And also, before I start with all of the special stuff, I have to know if I'm pronouncing your name right. I have to know, is it, because they spell it Moises?
It's actually spelled M-O-I-S-E. It's Moïse in French.
Moïse.
If you look in the French Bible, it's Moïse. In Hebrew, it's pronounced Moshe.
Moshe.
But being that it's the French pronunciation of the biblical Moses in English, it's
Okay.
pronounced Moses.
So you're okay with me
Yeah, I'm
saying
fine with
Moses?
Moses.
Okay.
Mhm.
And your last name?
Verneau.
Verneau. Okay, because I said Verneau.
Yeah, it's Verneau. E-A-U. In French, it's pronounced like
Oh,
a O.
like a O.
Like O.
Okay, I'm getting, French lessons. I need these Creole French lessons, please and thank you. Because, my American head, we don't know nothing, okay? We don't know nothing, all right? So anyway, so I had to get that out of the way. Moise?
Moses.
But I'm saying bless you. I'm saying your name.
I personally prefer Moses.
Moses.
Mhm.
Moses Verneau.
Correct.
Okay, so that's basically what I wanted to get out the way first, alright? Don't be mad at me because I didn't get to the nitty gritty at first, okay? We slow drag it here at the break room. But Moses, thank you so much for saying, thank you so much for correcting me in my pronunciation.
No problem.
But I have my cards, these are my cue cards to keep myself together. But I need to know a couple of things, like, your upbringing, your background before we get into your script writing and all the great things that you do that we know you for. So I wanted to know first how you grew up, what was like your family dynamic in the home, and things of that nature first.
Oh wow, this is a really in-depth interview.
I know, right?
I was born in Brooklyn. I was born in Cumberland Hospital, which no longer exists.
It doesn't. It's a shelter.
Yeah, is it? Mm-hmm. Okay, I was born in Cumberland Hospital. I was born in Brooklyn, New York, to an immigrant mother who was originally from Haiti. She told me that she had me because at the time, if you had a child in the U.S., you were kind of guaranteed a green card.
Okay.
So, hence, here I am.
Okay, so she needed a green card. Smart mom.
When I was 3 months old, my mother actually sent me to Haiti because she was still trying to get her life established. You know, get a job, get a stable place to live. You know, stabilize her life. So she sent me to Haiti when I was 3 months old. I was in Haiti from 3 months old until I was 3 years old.
Okay.
Then, by that time, my mother had pretty much got her life a little more stable. So they flew me out to my mother. I came back to New York. I've been here ever since. I'm the youngest of 3 boys, no sisters, raised by a single mother, and had a pretty interesting life.
Yeah.
What was the most interesting that you remember, that you can recall right now?
There's a lot of interesting things about my life. I mean, one of the things that I think was kind of the most bizarre is my father actually lived in my building, right?
Okay.
We lived on the 2nd floor and he lived on the 1st floor. But I didn't find out he was my dad until I was like maybe 13 years old. Nice to see him every day.
Did you? I have to ask because things are so like energy and aura, and like when you passed him and when you saw him, did you sense anything? Did you feel anything in your body?
No, not at all.
That's interesting.
An aunt of mine was who told me, like, that's your dad. I'm like, really? And she was like, yeah. And then, maybe like a couple of days later, he saw me in the lobby and he was like, so and I was like, yeah. And he was like, okay. And then we just went right back to not saying anything to each other.
Really?
Yeah.
And it's okay now, or like, are you okay with that? Or
I've always, I'm really not the person that lets things affect me, and I also self-reflect so much that I kind of come to terms with things. I accept things, like when things go left or when things go wrong. I'm not the person that really harps on it and allows it to cause any more damage. I accept that it's happened, and I kind of self-reflect so that I can understand how it may have affected me, and I kind of self-meditate, and I sort of try to heal myself. Right. So all of those childhood traumas, I'm fine with.
I think that's why I got into psychology, just to solve my own problems a little bit. But I do kind of cry and dwell. I'm gonna be like a little bit, just a little bit. But yeah.
Well, I'm very emotionally detached.
That's a gift.
Yeah, I'm very, very emotionally detached. I love with my mind. I don't really love with my heart. Okay. I always say that I love logically, which basically means if you're good to me, then I'll be amazing to you. Okay. But the second it doesn't make sense.
Oh, he's about to be amazing to me, guys. Okay.
Well, the second it doesn't make sense to love you anymore, my emotions actually, they just turn off. Like it's the weirdest thing.
That's interesting. Yeah. Would that be kind of narkish? I don't know. Okay, so anyway, we got that down pat.
What propelled you to get into your creative side? Because I know you had a corporate job, but
I had a corporate job a while ago. I mean, if we're gonna lay it all on the table.
Slay it.
The last corporate job I had, I was actually a banker. I actually wrote a book about it. I wrote a book called The Man's Burden.
Okay.
And the book, it's basically because around that time I was engaged. This was in 2007. My daughter was 3 at the time.
Okay.
And her mother, my fiance, she was working in the margins department at a brokerage house. This was around the time of the financial crisis.
Right.
So she lost her job due to the financial crisis and couldn't find work in her field. So she was unemployed for about 3 years. And I was supporting my entire family on my one income. But anyway, like my fiance used to say, the only thing that scares me about you is I know that if me and your daughter were ever in a situation, like,
it wouldn't matter. You'll just do whatever.
Nothing matters.
Right.
Like, to be honest with you, like, you know, like now, my fiance then, she actually died 2 years ago. You know, so I'm a single dad. I raised my 15-year-old daughter on my own, and I just had a newborn as well. I mean, her mother's dead, but that's always been the thing with me. Like, when it comes to me and mine, you know.
Right. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, by any means necessary. The only responsibility that I have on this earth is to take care of my family. Period. It's not to look right in anybody's eyes. I can give a damn what anybody thinks. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I need to take care of mine. And also, looking back now that I've matured a lot more, would I go that route again? I doubt that. Right. You know, because at the end of the day, I think the most important thing is for me to be here for my children. Freedom. So, especially since my daughter, since her mother died. Yeah, she only has you. And exactly, and that experience has been something that's caused me to mature so much more, because you know, some nights I come home. Yeah, but I mean, I've always had kids, but it's just the fact that some nights I come home, some mornings I wake up and I look in her room and it dawns on me, like, I'm all this little girl has. Right. You understand? Mm-hmm. And there is no one on this earth who getting back at them is so important that I would leave her to fend for herself. Right. Nah, that's not happening. So that's helped me mature a lot.
Excellent. We're going to take a little break, guys, because that was a lot. We got all deep into the family, into the thought pattern of the father. It was so beautiful, guys. Watch these clips, though, all right? And we'll be right back with the break room.
We'll be back.
Here we do it cause we got it, just the money and the violence. Back against the wall, just the money and the violence. Yup. It's just the money and the violence. Just the money and the violence. Yeah. Sit mama on welfare, daddy ain't around. Hoping Grover out that polo to catch me and hand me down. Food ain't enough and I ribs starting to touch a little nigga fed up. Like enough is enough. Bumping eyes, I gave you power and it started to click. Then with this hammer in my hand, I'm a magician and shit. Turn a thug to a bitch, fuck it, I can get rich. Never leave home without it. Attached to the hit, it's me and my girlfriend, cause anybody get hit. Nigga 4, 5, 6, it's a gamble of risk. Something I made my peace with, I'm devoted to this. Yup. So devoted to this. Here we do it cause we got it. Just the money and the violence. Back against the wall. Just the money and the violence. Yup. It's just the money and the violence. Just the money and the violence.
Couple steps back.
You bring them? How come you didn't bring them?
I'm on the wall.
We're gonna see if they really good.
Ready.
No, they good.
And rolling.
Eating.
And 27 Baker, take 1. A mark. B mark.
Marker.
Stand by. Stand by. Camera set.
Yep.
Set.
Ready. And action step.
Everything all right? Everything's good.
Ronaldo, what's up? Nothing much. Yo, let's talk downstairs.
Everything all right?
Everything's good.
Criminal, but we punctual. Hungry trying to get money, I'm a stomach growl, ain't got shit to lose and everything to prove. We on the dangerous, yup. Watch it for snakes in the cut. Ain't too many you can trust, rely on instinct. And you pull it from your gut. Each child gains 7, gotta keep it in the clutch. Each child gains 7, gotta keep it in the clutch.
Camera set. All the way through, folks.
Set.
Ready. And action. Oh, back to hold.
I need our stuff to.
We need.
I need our stuff to lay flat here.
Where?
The Duvetine stick.
Got it.
Sure.
Lay flat.
There you go. Ready? And action.
Don't move. Stay there. Be out your way in 2 minutes. Don't move. Stay there.
When I wake up in the morning, first thought I gotta
Welcome back to the break room, guys and gals. You already know who I am, and you already know who I'm sitting with. I'm with Moses.
Hey, everybody.
I'm so hype, okay? The guests be like, but that's just how I am. I'm hype for you guys, okay? And the guests could be however they are. Don't worry about that. I'm your hype girl, alright? So, we're still talking script writing. I want to know, how'd you get into script writing? Like, because we're building something here. You know how you build the spot. You know how you got us. You know, you're getting us there. You know, some people feel like it's slow dragging, but then if they really pay attention, you did something there. We're doing that right now. So, script writing. You have this this air like you got some sort of technical training, but like it was later on. I'm just telling you what I gathered, and is this true? So I'm thinking you are natural, and then you're like raw talent, and then as you progressed, you got technical and got, you know, some other education in script writing. Tell me.
I started just pretty much not even knowing that it was a talent that I had. Just literally waking up one morning and decided, you know, I want to try something new. Thought I'd try my hand at filmmaking. And came up with Money and Violence, you know, did the first season, 23 episodes, spanned over 7 months. And through pretty much just trying, you know, the impossible, discovered a new talent. Right. Now, since Money and Violence...
but get to the script,
right? But this is what I'm saying. I wrote Money and Violence.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I
just did it.
Right.
You know, that was something I used to write the scripts in the notepad of my iPhone.
Because I also heard, because I interviewed a couple of the characters, and they said that sometimes they would have a script from last night or a week ago,
Yeah,
and then that same day when you're supposed to film, you would change up stuff. You would
Yeah, I mean,
change
sometimes
scenes.
we would get the set and I wouldn't even know what scene we're gonna do, and I would literally say, give me 15 minutes.
Right.
And I'd go sit in the corner and write the entire scene right there, and I'd send it to them. But once after Money and Violence, once we got the Lionsgate deal, and then we had got a deal with Stars, and we were in development for 2 years, and then they sent me out to LA and they paired me up with this amazing writer named Chick Egley, who had been writing television for 40 years, over 40 years. You know, he had a hand in The Walking Dead. He worked as far back as Moonlighting, as far as
I like Moonlighting.
Saint Elsewhere, you know, shows like that.
Right.
And he pretty much mentored me over the last 3 years.
Okay.
And you know, working with him, I learned so much about screenwriting, but also, you know, like he told me, there was so much of it that I knew just intuitively.
Right.
You know, we'd sit in the writer's room and he'd tell me, like, I don't know how you know this stuff. Like, this is stuff that I had to go to school to learn,
Yeah.
but you just seem to know it intuitively.
You're very innately gifted in this way. Yes.
Thank you.
You're
You know,
welcome.
But for me, the journey never ends. So at no point do I ever feel like I'm gifted or talented. It's just like, you know what, I just have this thirst to learn more and to get better at story structure, because writing story is art.
Yes,
and
it is.
art is never completed. It's simply abandoned. You can never know everything. And I'm a stronger believer in the fact that as soon as you think you know, you're lost. You're gone.
That's right. I agree.
So I'm still here, you know, trying to master my craft and just writing.
I love it. I love it.
So we already got that. Basically, he's raw talent and got mentored. Answer your question, answer mine. Anyway, so I must say, like, you stepped on the scene in, like, to me, a major way. You know, you have become a pillar of light for a lot of people within our community, our urban communities.
Thank you.
You're welcome. How was it to deal with the influx of people? Because, you know, once you made Money and Violence, all types of people came into your world.
Mm-hmm.
What was it like, and how did you handle, you know, the influx of people coming, asking for this, needing that, disgruntled about that, needing, wanting?
I mean, I'm someone who, I believe that my purpose is to be of service, right? So even with me getting into this, you have to understand that Money and Violence was something that I created to make my contribution, which is just pretty much, it was a way for me to have a platform to use my voice to speak to the younger generation.
Right.
You know, if you watch the show, every single episode, there were, you know, nuggets of wisdom. There was always a moral to every single story.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my way to communicate to the younger generation. So with that being said, it also allowed me, aside from that, to provide opportunities to a lot of people.
Right. And that you did.
Yes, and what I've come to learn is sometimes you're trying to provide opportunities, and sometimes when those opportunities bear fruit and people start gaining things from them, they no longer see it as you providing an opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like I always say, no matter how big I get, no matter how great a writer I become, I can never be bigger than the project, right? And the project is always what's the most important, because the project is what's going to get us wherever it is that we're trying to go.
Right.
But unfortunately, a lot of times you have people in those situations that once everything starts bearing fruit, they start feeling that they're bigger than the project.
Right.
Right? And I mean, I don't take things like that personally.
Right.
I just feel that we've come to a crossroads and maybe it isn't for us to be in each other's lives anymore.
Right.
And that's okay, because, you know, God makes no mistakes.
Right.
That's the way I see things. So, although, you know, I can't deal with you anymore, wish you the best. And I just need to keep going in my direction.
Hey there, guys and gals. Sit tight. We have a couple of clips for you.
What's up, man? You put money on the card, right?
Yeah, I did, man. Definitely, man.
How much money you put? 500, right?
Yeah, I put 500, bro.
Alright, give me a couple of days, man. I'm gonna turn that 500 to 5,000.
Yo, True say run around town here, you zoning niggas shit. I don't trust nobody, bro.
You can't trust me, man. I do this shit for the culture, man. Me zoning you, that's black on black crime, man. Just give me a couple of days. I'm gonna give you fucking $2,000 on the gift card. I'm gonna keep $3,000 for my services.
Yo, True say I don't want no gift cards though, bro.
Listen, Sean, these are gifts. These are good to cash. You use this shit in the fucking supermarket. You use this shit in the fucking Rite Aid. You could buy you some J's and some shit like that. And I mean, you go to Get Fresh, man. What the fuck?
Alright, man, yo. Make it happen, bro.
You get whatever you want, man. Come on, man. Get what you want.
Alright, say no more, man.
So, God, you know how we do. Let me give me a near touch.
Play me like no picnic, or creep round and bun him. Hot dance on him, moving down with him, we done him. Only not the one we playing, cowboy then we gunning. Laser not a taser when we shot them, start to stun him. Start to stun him.
Bad man ain't no running. Bad man no wear tight pants with him gunning. Post so up why them disrespect me done him. Pure bad gal they around me and they done it. Cause when you fuck with them bad man can't miss me. Me then Versace and me. Pull off in the right.
Welcome back to the break room, guys and gals. I'm your host, Mercury the Personality, and I know you see me smiling and all this and all that. It's because I love bringing you guys valuable content. You know, I always say that. And also because this was part 2 of our interview with Moses, and I was so excited to bring you that. And of course, because I'm being sponsored by Urban Music, Michael Wiles. Thank you, Michael. Super excited about that, guys. But this is also around the time that I have to say see you down the road. And you know I don't like doing that, but the silver lining is I see you guys every 2 weeks. Every second and fourth Tuesday of the month at 10 p.m. I'm right back at you. So thank you for tuning in for the second part of the interview with Moses, but we have a part 3. Okay, yes, because I sat down with him. We really kicked it, guys. And now, so we're going to be talking, and we're going to be final wording it, okay? So final word in 2 weeks, guys. Tune in and see you down the road.
Come back and take a break with us here on the break room, the break room. Come back and take a break with us here on the break room, the break room. Come back and take a break with us here on the break room, the break room. Come back and take a break with us here on the break room, the break room. It was an honor and a privilege to have you come and kick it. Just wanted to say thank you. Hope you learned a little something related to Tab It and see you in the New York hip with hot minutes. Since we sparked your interest, hit us right quick and come back and take a break with us here on the break room, the break room. Come back and take a break with us here on the break room, the break room. Come back and take a break with us here on the break room, the break room. Come back and take a break with us here on the break room, the break room.